Hey guys, what up? Total Control 871. Welcome to my homemade sleep study preview show. This isn't going to be very long. I don't think it's show length. Um, so we're going to commence the live stream tonight at around 1 a.m. That's 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be no talking, which is why I'm doing this prequel, whatever you want to call it. Um, this is why this is going to be the preamble to the sleep study. I plan on going to bed at around maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. Takes me a while for all of this to deplete out of my system. It is 6:30 right now. I think that was about 2 liters of dew. I've had 2 liters of dew and half a pot of coffee tonight, today. And that was my caffeine intake for today. I'm not going to have any more caffeine. I'm already going to be extremely nervous, anxiety. Whenever I have to, it's what has happened to me in the wake of the fake pandemic. Whenever I have to leave my home and deal with COVID believers, as I'll have to do at the nurse's office tomorrow. Everybody there is pretty much a COVID believer. Um, and of course, having to deal with those people, it can be very, well, it causes a lot of anxiety. So, falling asleep, it won't exactly be the easiest thing in the world. So, I'm not even going to waste a bunch of time. I'm trying my best to keep it, to keep the actual meat and potatoes of the sleep study down to a good time frame. So I'll probably start maybe getting sleepy at around maybe one in the morning. I'm gonna watch some stuff on the actual phone itself, maybe a little Hulu. And then, as I really start to get drowsy, I'll switch over to the YouTube channel here, and I will activate the live stream. I expect that to be around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in America. A few things I wanted to go over now in the prelogue, the preamble, whatever you want to call it. Because, like I said, I'll be activating the live stream once I'm pretty good and sleepy. Because of the anxiety that I will be facing tomorrow, I have elected to take, if you want to call it a sleep aid, it's a little of the NyQuil. Excuse me, not NyQuil. What is this stuff? The Vicks. Okay. I finally got around to opening this stuff. As you guys might remember, I bought it in a frantic, you know, panic, if you want to call it panic. Um, at the, back in, what was it, March, around March, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? This whole thing is rolling out and they're saying everybody's going to get sick. And, so when I did the whole thing about how, if I have to, I'll just slam cash on the counter and walk out the store because they want like fucking identifications. And anyway, I did that whole DEA thing. I tried calling the DA moratorium on the, and sure enough, like a commenter said that this wasn't going to get severe, and it didn't get severe. So I ended up I don't know what about a few weeks, a couple weeks ago, I finally cracked this open, and I don't have any cold symptoms. I know this covers cough. Um, um, My cough is from a windpipe injury. And, I'm basically just going to pop it for, the nighttime stuff, to alleviate a little anxiety. So I'm not just, because I'll just simply lay there in the bed, and I know the fact that the damn camera is on live streaming this. I live streaming. Was it a few months ago, actually? Maybe more than a few months ago. Checked into people live streaming their sleep. Little creepy. There was even a couple of kids, like juveniles, live streaming as they slept. That really was, it's like I just wanted to be able to kid, don't do this. This is, you probably don't want to go there. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, so I guess it is going to be a little intimate. This is definitely going to be intimate. I am going to sleep in a t-shirt and boxers. I do normally sleep nude. So that's another reason why I'm going to be electing a sleep aid, if you want to call it that, tonight. Because normally I'm not restricted. This stuff might get a little restrictive. I like to be unrestricted. I'm not really used to sleeping in clothing. And I want to be able to fall asleep as quickly as possible so that the sleep study can commence. And also, I will have my bedside urinal. Now, the way this is going to work is the camera, it's going to be like this. This is like, I guess okay, yeah. So maybe with my hand up and not down, the camera is about arm's distance away from me. So you'll be able to see it, or see me, should I say. I'll have to keep the bedroom lamp light on. I considered draping something over the shade to just kind of dim the light. Not good. Okay, that's a fire hazard. My God, you guys watch me burn to death live. So I won't be doing that. I will be. I'll find something. I don't know. Maybe I could. What do you think? Although this would. I don't think this would work. This is kind of sheer, and it's kind of pressing into my eyeballs. So, all right, I'm gonna say no. So I've already written this off as a possible solution. Ironically enough, JP Sears, one of his products at the end of one of his video was a sleep blindfold, and I was like, dag nabbit, and I'd love to be. Honestly, after this sleep study, I don't know if I'd ever have a need for such a thing. Although I might do additional sleep studies in the future. I don't know. But anyway, I was like, dag nabbit, because I'd like to be able to support his channel. And I don't know. We'll see. But so I'm going to be in bed. I'm going to be sleepy when the live stream commences. So obviously I won't be turning to the camera. I won't be talking to you guys. I'm going to hopefully be good and sleepy. So the live stream will commence. I'll be in bed. You'll see me in bed. I always start out sleeping. I always start out sleeping on my left side, and I don't know if you guys can see or not. Last night I did use the Breathe Right, which of course always leaves me with marks. I will not be using the Breathe Right tonight because that kind of would It's the whole purpose of the sleep study to see what goes on with my breathing normally. The only interference is the only thing that's different. It's going to be different tonight. Is the sleep aid, because I don't normally take this stuff. But like I said, I got anxiety causing stuff tomorrow. Anxiety of the camera running live. So, it's not that powerful. It's not that powerful. You know. Um, so, and I always start out sleeping on my left side. And one of the things you're going to see is that I always use the inside of my arm here, or the inside of my hand, to push against my face. This is what's going on. See? And it's probably going to look really weird to you guys because, like, why is he covering his mouth? But I can't explain it to you, okay? It's more, it's this nostril, this right nostril, this right nostril. It's just so obstructed with that deviated septum. And like I showed you guys I think that video may have been on the Cesium channel that got deleted during the censorship, the radicalized left censorship sweeps. But, I just really need that just pulled open, man. And it's so weird because it's like when I pull open my nostril, I feel so much better. You would think that with my mouth being so much larger than my nose. I'm not a nose and throat doctor, so I'm sorry. I don't really have an explanation for you. Okay? I can only give you my honest. I can talk to you honestly the way, hopefully, if I ever get to an actual doctor, I can only tell you what I would actually earnestly tell them. I just really need, in addition to when you talk about face mask, in addition to the obstructed face fabric, and there's a lot I could talk about with the whole face mask. Who remembers my videos trajectory of the fake pandemic that systematically got deleted? Okay. And how I spoke about what's coming down the pike in masking is going to be basically suctioned onto your face, and there's going to be cartridges, and you're going to be breathing something that doesn't necessarily have an odor, necessarily. What I'm saying is that if I find the link for it, I'll put it down below. They're now talking about making N95. So they're going to be everything I predicted. It's coming true. Transitioning you guys. The language is coming in. We're transitioning you away from random fabrics for face mask, and now it's going to be designated face mask. And that there's cockamamie infomercial type technology. What is it now? It's electrostatic. It traps our virus, kind of like how I was talking about the spermicidal lubricant condom as a comparative analogy. Sure enough, look at me. I'm using hand gestures just like a late night infomercial. The way they spoke about these new masks coming in, it really did. It was very much indeed in the hucksterism of a late night infomercial. There's so much more I could say about that, but I'll have to save it for a different video. But yes, you'll see me start out. I'll be pushing open my face, so I can breathe. However, that's not going to last too long. Eventually, you're going to see the face. It eventually slips loose. It'll slip off of my hand. The face will close down, collapse. The collapsing process will begin. And then I'm going to start rolling over, and then you're going to see the mouth open, and hopefully then you'll be able to hear what's going on. That's going to be the data that we are looking for. You guys have a very interesting perspective in this whole thing. You're going to be able to see what happens before I will. When I wake up in the morning, oh yeah, allow me to apologize now. There's going to be farting. All right, I'm sorry. Ain't no other way of saying it. There's going to be farting. Probably a lot of you guys do it too. Your body gets in bed, it starts to relax, everything decompresses. There's going to be farting. It won't be too bad. You won't hear too much of it, but there's going to be farting. I apologize in advance. Please forgive me. But it is a bodily function, and that's just simply what happens. In the category of bodily function as well, you are going to see, because the camera's going to be on that side of the bedroom, and I'll be laying on the left side, rolling over to my back eventually. And usually, so if I do actually fall off to sleep at around 1 o'clock, I'll probably will have urinated before activating the live stream. I'm almost certain of that. But I'm guessing maybe 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock, the call of nature will wake me up again, in addition to however many times suffocating wakes you up. So you got the whole sleep apnea that breaks your REM, and you've got urination. It's not a prostate issue, believe it or not. The urination, caffeine is a diuretic, and milk is a diuretic, believe it or not. It's prostate issues are men who have to pee multiple times throughout the day, and there's not that much of the pee, but they're constantly plagued with the urge to pee. That's not me. Again, I shall apologize for the sound of urination, but when I go to pee, okay, you're going to see me get up. My back will be to you. I'll be over on the, you'll see the bed, like how you see the bathroom door, you'll see the bedroom door, and I'll have my piss jug basically. So my back will be to you. So at worst you will hear the urination. Speaking of that, if I ever actually make it to an actual sleep study, I hope like hell that there are electrodes, because this ghetto sleep study of mine, obviously there won't be any actual electrodes on the head. That data won't be quantified. It's a shame that I don't have a heart monitor. But then again, because meaning heart monitor that cyclists wear, strapped around, paired with their Garmin. But the thing is, even if I did have it, I don't think it would do me a lot of good, because after X amount of time of the Garmin sensing it's not in motion, it would shut itself off. So, like maybe an hour into sleeping, probably less, the Garmin would just simply shut itself off to conserve battery, and with it, the heart monitoring would go with it. But yeah, it's a shame. But if anything, this will be an empirical study into my sleep. Hopefully we'll be able to hear the breathing. How often is my breathing obstructed, and for how long? last night, I know for a fact it's happening every night. I'm beginning to realize when I have certain types of dreams that I have stopped breathing. I was The dream started off somewhere in Atlantic City, of all places. Something about with an organization. It. And I'll spare you the details. All I know is that once again, and I always seem to be with people. Um, we were in catacombs, like underground catacombs, and red brick catacombs, whatever. And it was filled with water. And there was the people I was with. We were originally underwater holding our breath. Then they somehow got their hands on scuba gear and they were handing me the mouthpiece so that I could breathe. And ironically enough, it's like because as I see them offering me the scuba gear mouthpiece, I'm like, because I'm holding my breath, and you're fearful of inhaling water, so I'm like, believe it or not, the strangest things. It's like every I've not watched that much on scuba gear, but I think I saw maybe a time or two uh Baywatch or what other type of show that would feature it. I think I was like, so when they hand it to me, obviously there's going to be water in there because they're handing it to you underwater. So it's like I think I have to blow blow out, discharge. Have I got it right? Does anybody scuba gear, scuba dive? Anybody certified? I don't know. Comment down below that you have to blow it out first and then inhale, hopefully, what will be air from the tank. And that's very, it's scary. It's trusty because number one, you're blowing out the air that you've got stored in your lungs, and you got to breathe something in that you hope it's not water, and that kind of whole drowning sensation. But when I began to breathe it in, believe it or not, the sensation of breathing air in, even though this piece was in my mouth, I had sensations that I was breathing through my nose, even though it was in my mouth. I had sensations of breathing through my nose. I don't know, man. What else? Yeah, so I forgot exactly how the dream ended, some kind of way, but I just found it interesting that once again I was with people. They were people that seemed to understand me. They seemed to. I remember, like I said, it was before we were in the catacombs. We were on the streets of Atlantic City. We were walking, and these people seemed to understand what I had been going through. I think I was working a job. Something about I had to go and get my white polo shirt or something. Anyway, I'm simply saying all that because, although I seriously doubt it would be tonight, but if in the future, if anybody sees this, God only knows if this channel will be around. I'll put this up on the BitChute too as well, just, as backup. And I'm not saying this to be like, dramatic or anything. If I should pass away in my sleep, I just want you to know that I wasn't alone. I can't explain it or why, but God seems to send people to me when I'm sleeping. And whenever it happens, whatever it is, I'm not alone when it happens. Okay? All right, let's turn to more festive things. There's nothing festive about this, is it? Okay, yeah, so I am. This is my sleep study. This is the preamble to my sleep study. Holy shit, this thing turned into like almost a half hour. By the time this uploads, because this is pure camera, oh my god, by the time this uploads, it might be time for me to turn the damn live stream on. Matter of fact, if you end up watching this after the live stream, it means that I couldn't get it uploaded in time for when I go to bed, or when the live stream starts. Oh my god. All right, so I need to shut up. Again, apologies for everything, for my bodily functions. Apologize for the farts. Apologize for having to urinate. And oh, one more thing. Oh god, this is gonna be some interesting shit. Woo! Wow. Um, I have been told that I kind of talk in my sleep. I had a buddy. We were, long story short, we'll just say we were, he in his bedroom, door open, my bedroom, we were splitting the apartment, or what. I can't get into that right now. Doors are open, and he apparently says that I do some sort of talking in my sleep. I asked him what it was that I was saying. He said that he couldn't really make it out. Like I said, believe it or not, that's got me on edge. That's why I need this shit. I am scared to put this out there. Oh my god. You guys are about to learn some shit about me. Oh my god. This is going to be spooky and scary. I hope it all turns out to be a bunch of nothing. Yeah, look, I'll say right now, disclaimer, total disclaimer. If I start talking about wanting to if I start talking about wanting to kill people, or anything remotely like that, it is pure somatic, whatever the language is, because rest assured, I have no intentions of taking my broke down body and killing anybody. Oh my god, yeah. I don't even know I have no idea how to even get a weapon, and I know it probably makes a lot of you guys happy. All right, so yes, apologize for the bodily functions. Please don't hold whatever murmurings I say against me. It doesn't mean anything. If anybody, because you guys might want to tune in to the live stream it doesn't have to be at 1 o'clock, like, kind of like pop in at around 2, maybe 3 in the morning. I'm going to let the live stream go up until I'm going to let it go until what I like to call surface into my twilight area. It's that area of sleep where you're like, I'm awake, but your eyes aren't open. And you're awake enough to know that, yes, you're awake. Yes, you're still tired. Yeah, you're going to lay in bed probably for like another hour, but it's not really going to be deep sleep. So when I finally surface, which will probably be, I'm going to think maybe 6 or 7 in the morning, if the live stream is still going and it hasn't been interrupted, or because obviously I'll be asleep, I won't be able to, do anything to reinitialize it or whatnot. But if it's still going, I will basically kind of like, you'll see me I'll be like, I'll look at you and I'll be like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Either I will get up, drag myself out of bed much earlier, pour myself a cup of coffee, pour myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Into the shower, the blood starts pumping. Out on the street, the traffic is jumping. People like me who work from 9 to 5. Okay, enough. Yeah, what time should I program my coffee maker? That's a good question. I got it programmed for 9:30 now. You know, I don't know. Either I will end the live stream when I surface into twilight sleep, or or I will haul my body out of bed and bring you guys into the living room, and I'll pour myself a cup of coffee, and I might say a few parting words, but I am not going to really be in the mood for talking. And basically the only thing I'm going to want to know is start reviewing the footage. It takes a while. Like YouTube processes it, right? So it could be a while before it processes. So I have to wait for the whole processing. And what I will want to know, though, is I will before ending it. That's what I'll do. Before ending it, I will tickle the screen and see if there's any notable time frame. So if any of you guys pop into the live stream, if you see me, hear me not breathing, just kind of, make a little notation, TC, time frame. I guess, your comments already earmarked in time frame, but just write the time anyway. Time this, not breathing, if you want to stick around for when you hear me, breathe again. If you guys can, if you want to help me in this endeavor, comment below for how long approximately did you observe me not breathing, and at what time indexes, so when the video is finished rendering and processing, I can jump to those time indexes to see what's happening. Although I'm going to end up watching the whole thing from beginning to end. It might be like a 2 or 3 night process. Might not watch the entire thing in one sitting, but you get my point. Okay, guys, that is it. 1 a.m. We'll see what happens. This is spooky. This is a loss of control. This is you guys getting to watch me without me in control of the narrative, and that's gonna be spooky. So there you go. That's it for now. Total Control 871.